Oh, hey. Oh, nothing, man, nothing. Hey, I'm just kidding, man. What's up? This is Keith Martinez. I'm with Giant Killer. We're here at City Boxing here in San Diego. We got the champ KJ Noons inside. That's his ride. Probably not a good idea to steal it. Here's the reason why. We're going to go in and check him out. We got some questions that need to be answered, and we're going to get those answers for you. So check it out.
Du hast mich.
All right, what's up, everyone? This is Keith with Giant Killer, and once again, like I told you outside, we're here with KJ Noons, the world champion. The reason why I call him world champion is because, in my opinion, you're still a champion until someone takes your belt. What's up, KJ?
What's up, man?
Good.
Just getting down, training for a boxing fight coming up May 28th up in Houston, Texas. So, as you can see in the gym, just getting ready, man.
Nice, nice. Yeah. So you've been doing a lot of boxing lately?
Yeah, doing a lot of boxing. Hopefully going to be fighting at 154 this next fight, and then hopefully moving down to 147. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. How's it going?
It's going good, man. Just getting a lot of training, a lot of sparring, and the workouts are going good, man. So I'm just getting ready. And then hopefully after the boxing, looking to get back into the MMA later in the year for sure.
Cool, and that's why we're here. You know, we want to hear about what's coming up for KJ Noons in general. We know he's boxing and stuff like that, but a lot of people want to know what's going on with his MMA career. I mean, I get phone calls all the time. People want to know what's going on with KJ Noons, and that's why we're here. We're going to find out. As far as the MMA thing, you know, I mean, obviously, you know, you had a stellar career there, and then all of a sudden, you know, you go to boxing, you're doing your thing, you're going back and forth. Where's your heart at? I mean,
my heart is just in fighting in general. I just want to fight. You know, I've been kind of inactive, so you know, I feel like I'm a fighter that can please the fans. I mean, I come to fight every time. So right now, I'm just getting the boxing, and I had a little falling out with Elite XC, so they're coming back, you know, with the Showtime and the Strike Force, and I'm just looking for a good opportunity to come in and start getting back into MMA. It looks like a pretty good time to come back.
MMA needs you, man. I mean, it's come on now. I mean, take a look. You know, we had some good fights there, and then
there's definitely some good fights. A lot of good athletes out there. I think there's a lot of good matches out for me out there right now. So I'm just gonna do the boxing for a couple more months. I'm looking to make a big splash back into MMA.
Because see, you know, from my understanding and going back and forth, there's a lot of politics that are involved in business in general, and boxing and MMA are a business, you know?
Yeah. And unfortunately, it's, you know, a lot of people don't understand that there's, you know, I wish it was just get in there and fight. Unfortunately, it's not. It's a lot of contracts and a lot of BS, but I'm starting to get back to, you know, really my roots. I just want to fight. That's it. You know what I mean? That's what I am, a fighter. So I just want to get in there and fight the best and give the best performances for the crowd, you know?
And a lot of people don't know that about KJ. This guy's been fighting all his life. His dad was a fighter. You know, he grew up in Hawaii.
Still fighting. Trying to at least.
Yeah. If you saw that, what he's talking about, that last fight when KJ defended his title over in Hawaii. And, you know, that's obviously going to lead into a lot of questions we want to talk about. The Diaz rematch that everyone wants to talk about. Obviously, there's a lot of controversy about that. You know, a lot of people have their opinions, and we're here to dispel any myths, rumors, and things like that. Because once again, I'd rather hear it directly from the horse's mouth. I mean, there's a lot of people that like to type information.
Yeah, that was a great fight. You know, Shamrock and Diaz. You know, he beat a guy that was a legend. You know, and I'm not going to take anything away from Nick. He did a great job. He's been winning, but I'm like his kryptonite, man. You know. I mean, whenever he wants to do it again, you know, Frank's good. Nick beat him, so he's even better. I think I'm just better than Nick. You know, I proved it, and I'll prove it again. So whenever Strikeforce is ready to put it together, let's roll.
And see, that's the whole thing, is he's a nice guy. You know what I mean? In this sport, you have your individuals that will open the door for an old lady, maybe walk her across the street, someone you could bring home to your mom. I mean, that's this man, except for when you get him in the ring, he'll destroy you. And that's the whole thing is, you know, you're a very reserved individual, you know, but there's a lot of people that have their opinion. I mean, it's almost become like a, you know, I don't want to say East Coast, West Coast thing, but a Northern California, Southern California thing. Yeah. Obviously, everyone from Southern California, anybody with a set of eyes, when they saw that first fight, I mean, you know, what's there to talk about?
I don't know, man. It's just something like, you know, it's just something when you get two individuals in the room. I don't know, it's just something about him. He hates me, I hate him, to tell you the truth. It's something when you put two people in the room. So, I mean, no matter what, if that fight's down the line, it'll definitely get people talking and fireworks cracking. You know, it's just something about it. I just want to smash. You know, he wants to smash my face. I want to smash his face, and you got that. You know, those two individuals in a room. So, I think it creates for a great fight. You know, and
And do you know, when you say he wants to smash your face, I mean, last time, did he even touch your face?
Hey, man, whenever you're here for plastic surgery #2, let's go.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, in all honesty, I mean, you know, I understand the hype of the Diaz brothers. We're a family. We stick together, you know, and things like that. But the bottom line is, you know, once again, the show spoke for itself.
No, I'm not taking it away from him. The guy's a great fighter. I just feel that I'm better.
Okay, if he's a great fighter and you demolished him, what does that make you?
That makes me even more great.
Okay. And that's kind of like the whole thing is, you know, people now are talking again. They want to see the rematch. They want to see Nunes and they want to see Diaz. And I think what brings it back up is when you take a look at who Diaz just beat. I mean, he beat a legend. So if he did a legend the way you did him,
I don't know. What does that? You tell me. Where does that put me?
I want to hear it out of your mouth. That's the thing.
If he beat Frank, I beat him. Where does that put me? I mean, I don't know. I think it's for a great fight. I think before he starts talking to box people like Roy Jones, I think he should maybe take a look at somebody that has a mediocre record that's just, you know, starting up in boxing. So
I agree. That whole Roy Jones thing. I mean, first, wouldn't you have to beat KJ Nunes before you can fight Roy Jones? I would think so. So, you know, I'm trying to push you because, you know, I really want to get you hyped up because once again, you know, the whole thing about this thing is like, is trying to get down to the bottom line. And the bottom line is, you know, we saw what happened and there was a lot of disrespect. I know that disrespect goes on every day. It's part of the sport, things like that. You never disrespected that man backwards. But the bottom line is, you know, we want to see that fight again. We want to see the same result and we believe we'll see that same result.
Part 2. As the saga continues. An encore, right?
An encore. So obviously when we're talking about Diaz, we're talking about an individual that basically lost to you. Mm-hmm. His pride was diminished. He says if it wasn't his face that got cut, that he would have went on to win that fight. And, you know.
Win that fight? Did you see his face?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it takes, you know, either a humbled man or a man that's really trying to, you know, prove a point to continue to call out somebody. I know when I was younger and, you know, and I took one, you know, I didn't really want to come back, you know. So my question is, what do you think his motive is? What's Diaz's motive? Is it to build a big fight? Is it because he truly thinks he can beat you? Do you think Diaz can beat you?
No, can't beat me. Not on his best day. Can't beat me. Like I said, it's like, I don't know, man. I mean, I know how to box. He doesn't. You know? I mean, he's got these, you know, I'm moving. He's got these pity-pat punches, and, you know, stuff when you walk into a real punch that somebody can punch. You know, unfortunately in MMA, I'm not taking it away from Frank. A lot of people don't know how to sit on their feet and throw their punches. So, you know, when you move around boxing, you know, and he's throwing those pity-pat punches, you know, you can just line them right up for good, solid punches. You know?
So, you know, without backpedaling back to the contracts, obviously, you know, the inside of the business is the business, but when it comes down to the business in the ring, how does it make you feel when this guy calls you out? You're a reserved individual. He obviously is not a reserved individual.
You know, just like all that contract stuff was a bunch of BS, but, you know, deep down inside, I just want to fight, you know, and now that whole thing's behind me with the contracts and I see, hopefully we can move forward, you know what I'm saying? He wants to go ahead and avenge that, all that scar tissue he's got.
Just to close here, back at City Boxing with the champ, KJ Nunes. A lot of questions, a lot of rumors going out there about, you know, does he want to fight Diaz? Does he doesn't want to fight Diaz? We wanted to know what was going on with you in general, and we're glad you took the time to meet with us, man. We
Thanks
really
for coming
appreciate
out,
it.
man.
The
Big shout out to Giant Killer, City Boxing, KJ Nunes, Atwater, next up and coming company, and that's it. Look for me May 28th. May 28th, boxing, and then hopefully back in MMA at the end of the year.
MMA. Right on, my man. Thank you.
Cool.
Giant Killer.
I buried those cockroaches!